So, if you've been drawing the same thing over and over again, literally every single time you open up your sketchbook, like this, and you just don't know what to do and you're itching to try out something new, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 creative ideas that can make your sketchbook experience a little more fun and interesting. So, let's get into it. So the first idea is what I call lines and shapes. This idea is literally what it says. It's kind of self-explanatory, but I will explain to you exactly what it means. So first you got to pick out some colors that go well together, that look good. It's like a color combo, and make some shapes. You can make blobs, you can make like circles, rectangles, squares, even lines like how I'm doing here. Just anything abstract. It doesn't need to make any sense. This is what your goal here is to make it look abstract. Like, you have to make it fun and also try to keep it minimalistic. Like, don't draw too many shapes or too many things. I kind of went overboard with that and it looks like a very artsy and chaotic piece, which is another artistic choice. But if you want something minimalistic and something more calm looking, then I would recommend going maximum 6 or 7 shapes, and then you will get something that looks like this. And the next thing is to draw the lines, and this part has to make a little more sense. It can be like a random face or like a leaf or a flower or a butterfly, anything that comes to your mind. It just has to make a little more sense, like maybe even a coat. That's up to you. And then you can just take your black paint marker or whatever, anything in black, and just go over it and make your lines. So here I drew a face. Some people might find that hard, so again, you can do something really simple. But this is how the final drawing looks like. I absolutely love it. It's something totally different from what I do usually. I do something that makes a bit more sense. But this was fun, and I think you should definitely try this out. Basically, just remember to have fun, and also remember your drawing can be as simple as this thumbnail. Now, on to the second idea is what I call a flower head. So this idea is quite simple in explanation. You just choose your favorite flower, any flower you like, dahlia, marigold, etc. Anyway, I chose like a poppy here, and then you'll look at that flower and think, what is interesting about this? Like, what are its features that I like? So what kind of outfit would this flower be wearing? Well, if it were to wear an outfit. And so just basically give it a human character, but you cannot draw a face, you cannot draw a head. The head has to be the flower so that you know which flower you're drawing, and also it's just fun. You don't have to draw all the complex features, and just draw a fun little outfit. So yeah, just have fun with it and experiment and wait around to see what happens. So this painting was not just me trying to experiment with drawing a flower head, but also trying out acrylics and having fun with it. And this is how this little idea turned out for me. I think it's so cute. It was kind of like an unfinished drawing in my sketchbook, and I finished it, and I'm so glad that I did. And now the third idea is what I call decorate your hands. Now you might be like, decorate your hands? Why does that sound similar? Why is it what I think it is? Well, you might be kind of right about what you're thinking, but basically, you remember when this time we were in kindergarten and we used to like trace our hands on paper and color it and stuff, and like,
that is my hand that I just drew.
So basically, we're gonna do the same thing, but you can keep your hand in a slightly different pose like I'm doing, and just kind of trace your hand, go back to those childhood little memories and just have some fun, and you get a traced hand there. And then you can sort of refine it, or you can just keep it the same. That's your wish, but I wanted to make it look a little more realistic, so I went ahead and defined it a little more. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is make little patterns on your hand. So what I'm doing right now is similar to this Indian tradition, I think, called mehendi. Like, basically it's like they use this henna to like kind of make patterns on their hand. It just looks gorgeous, and I think you can even kind of see the reference at the corner. So basically, you just draw a bunch of patterns. It can be something as decorative and intricate as this mehendi patterns, or you can just draw whatever patterns that come to your mind. Or maybe even you can do like hand art. It doesn't have to be just like lines and like using a brown marker. You can draw a whole picture or something, and just decorate your hands the way you want it to be. Just put your personality in there.
Or just simply draw some mehendi, because you cannot draw it actually in your hand right now. And yeah,
so this is how the final result of this idea looks like. It's really simple. It's also kind of fun because it takes you back to your childhood era. And to fill up the space, I also wrote this little quote, and it goes like, until you try, you do not know what you can do. So make sure to try out some of these ideas. talking about ideas, this is the fourth one, and this is as simple as drawing your favorite celebrities or your favorite artists. So right now I'm drawing Aurora. So she makes music and you might know her from the song Run Away, and I know this looks nothing like her in the end result. She looks like she's wearing a lot of makeup, which she doesn't, but it kind of is like her hairstyle and kind of the stuff she would wear. And I wrote down her name in case someone doesn't identify who she is. Again, this is just for fun. You don't have to like draw get the features, especially if you don't like drawing people. Just draw a faceless like character or just an outfit of theirs. Like, you know, I drew Wednesday here. It doesn't look a lot like her, but I wanted to capture that vibe, the essence of that.
And I'm a Swiftie, so I tried drawing Kill Swift and kind of like her eyes from Blank Space, and this is a more realistic rendering of that. And so you can just go about this idea however you like. You can make it as simple or as more realistic as you want. Now on to the fifth idea.
So this one is called Life Lapse, and unlike the others, this might confuse you a bit. So basically what this means is like you're gonna draw a younger character and an older character on the same page. So you use this kind of contrast. So now how you can go about doing this and who you're gonna draw. So you can like draw your any one of your family members, your mom, your grandmom, your granddad, your father, your anyone that was like younger and is kind of old now, or even a celebrity, or even can draw a character from a movie or a book. So basically you draw their younger version of themselves on one side of the page, and then on the other side you can draw their older version and how much different they look, or how their ideas have changed, or how their situation or life has changed them. So in this drawing, I'm not drawing a particular person or even a fictitious character. Instead, I took inspiration from Taylor Swift's song 7 and The Lakes, and these are talking about two very contrasting characters. So in 7, it's about this little girl, this little child, and it's about innocence and all of that, and it's contrasting with The Lakes, where it's more of a perspective of this wise and old woman kind of talking about
her life or something. So basically when I listen to these songs itself, like I get these colors in my head, I get that mood, I get that vibe. When I listen to 7, it's more of like these warm and such cozy colors, and it reminds you of home and summer and all of that. And when I listen to Lakes, it's like more of like this kind of autumn winter kind of transition, and it's more gray and muted color. So that's exactly what I did here, and I'm just kind of expressing or portraying whatever I had in mind onto the page.
Now, as you might have been noticing, I've been using alcohol markers, but in a different way, so you can kind of replay to see what I was doing to get those desaturated and more muted colors. I basically swatched them on a different sheet of plastic and then mixed them using a colorless blender. But anyway, this is how the result of this idea turned out. I love how it looks. Like, it was another like incomplete spread, and I'm just so glad I completed it. Like, there's so much dynamics and contrast on this page. Like, there's so much energy in this little corner where this girl is sitting, and then there's this other wise woman on the other corner of the page, and it's just completely, the scene changes, the clouds change, and it's just an amazing like spread. I just love it, and I hope you guys loved all these 5 ideas. This is a quick flip through all those 5 ideas, and if you liked at least one of them, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're interested in seeing my art journey and more art videos like this. Until next time, bye. Also, if you want to get ideas like this and train your brain to do that, make sure to check out this video or any other video, and bye!